Hey everybody, welcome back to Figure Friday. It is the first video of the year, and today we're starting out with a figure review of one that I am very excited for. It's pretty unique to me. It's actually one that I bought before seeing the source material, which I don't normally like to do, but I like this figure so much that I had to pick her up. I'm of course talking about Duke of York from Azur Lane here. Now I have seen the Azur Lane anime, but I have not played the game, so we are fully going off of looks for this figure. I don't normally do that, but once we get into this review, you might agree with me and you might just see why. Let's go ahead and take a look at this figure. As mentioned, this is Duke of York from Azur Lane. She is a 1/4 scale PVC figure from Mimeyoi. I hope I pronounced that right. She's sitting approximately 33 centimeters tall, which makes her on the shorter side, but she does fit nicely in with the bunny statues that I have. Obviously you can see that her sitting pose is what brings her height down, but overall I think it pairs really nicely with the bunnies from Freeing. You can still get this figure pre-owned from Ami Ami's website for right around $120. If we take a look at the pose for this figure, she is sitting on this really organic wavy chair. It's pretty unique, and she's got one hand up by her head, kind of flicking or running her hand through her hair, and her hair is flowing out behind her, going along with that gesture. This pose also shows her with really long legs. It's a nice touch, and it's a standout amongst the ones that she's displayed with. Now when it comes to the sculpt for this figure, I'm a big fan. As I mentioned before, I bought this exclusively because of the sculpt. I hadn't played the game, but clearly something drew me to it, and the sculpt and the whole package kind of speaks for itself. I love the sleek bodysuit look. I think her hair is excellent with all the individual pieces that are flowing out behind her. She's got a really great face sculpt and those pointed elf ears, which are really nice cherry on top for the design. The chair she's sitting on is an organic shape again, which complements the pose really well. I'm a huge fan of the acrylic base that she's on. I think this looks so much better than the plastic ones that like the bunnies come with. Hey, if you guys are enjoying this video so far, do me a favor, drop a like down below. It helps the channel way more than you may think, and it is completely free. Now I know I'm referencing the bunnies a lot, but this figure kind of has the same vein, even though it's made by a different company. So when we talk about things like the sculpt or like the paint and we reference it back, I think it's a fair comparison. Speaking of the paint though, the bodysuit is almost like a deep purple with this metallic hot rod red accents. I love the red standouts. I think they did a really good job putting that not only in the suit, but also the chair, her shoes, the base has some red in it. The white little accents are really cool too on her sleeves. I think those are nice standout touches. I'm a fan of the subtle red Azur Lane logo on her chest, and then you've got her pink vibrant hair that is flowing out behind her. It's very contrasting and it looks really nice because it's not like a hot pink, it's very muted, but at the same time it's soft looking. I think the hair paint is awesome on this one. Lastly, the details on her face are subtle, but they're done very well. I actually think that if you compare this again to the bunnies, this face may be the best one out of all of the bunny figures and other 1/4 scales PVC figures that I own. I think they did a phenomenal job on her face for this figure. Now, as we know, no statue is perfect, but this one is pretty darn close. There's only one thing that I have a gripe about, and it's honestly the way that she's sitting on this chair. The chair has a little bit of a mold for her, basically her butt to sit in, but it doesn't sit very well. It's not super secure. I think it would have been better had there been a magnet or another peg for her other foot, something to just give more than one point of contact for stability. I did have this figure fall one time. Thankfully, it didn't break, but there's a good chance if it fell again that the hair pieces could snap, her arms, something would break. So if we could tighten that up, make it stronger, make her more secure, then I think that would be better. There's not a lot that I would add to this figure. I think all in all, it's a really good package. There is a companion figure that goes along with this one. It's called the Prince of Wales. I think it would be really cool to do more of the Azur Lane girls in this racing suit chair style. I know there's a handful of racing suit ones out there, but just adding more environmental bases and things like that I think is way more interesting than just doing a character standing by themselves. All right guys, I hope you enjoyed the review so far. Now it is time for the money shot of Duke of York from Azur Lane. There you have it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, consider subscribing. Also, I haven't mentioned it for a little bit, but I do have that affiliate link down below for Hobby Link Japan. If you guys are picking up any figures for yourself, follow that link. It doesn't add any cost to you and it gives a little bit of a kickback to the channel, so I would greatly appreciate that one. Here's a sneak peek for next week's review. And I will see you guys in the next Figure Friday.